Hello, everybody. Ben Pearson, the Roaster Tracker. We are back with No Man's Sky with the Community Expedition. We are into the second phase of it here. Let me just pull this up. Phase 2, we have started some of the stuff. Mostly just read the log entry, which, did that give us a reward that we can... Oh, some wiring loom. Okay. That actually will be useful. So that seems to be something that's pretty rare in the expedition. And so we're going to try to make use out of it. Anywho, next thing we're going to do is reach the second rendezvous point. We may try to visit someone else's freighter base, but I haven't actually seen that. I've tried to do that a couple of times and failed every time. So let's get started. We're in the system where the second rendezvous point should be. We just need to find it. Where are you? So I probably will be cutting this stream fairly short this time. I don't know exactly when. Oh, rendezvous point 2. So let's warp a little bit. Classy class plants. Well, all right then. Ooh, this is a pretty long voyage. That's fine. Frost crystal, copper, Doxlite. So this is one of the cold planets. That should be fine. Silver's kind of nice. We are a little low on fuel, so let's go ahead and do a recharge here. Second rendezvous point should be pretty useful and nice. And yeah, so I'll probably be cutting this fairly short. My wife is getting home today, but my goal is to finish phase 2, which I think we can do. It didn't seem like there was anything too insane in the goals. We should be able to at least do most of it. My wife has been on travel for some time, to say the least. And she will be back after not having been here for months. That's what it seems like. So, anyways, but she's still 2 or 3 hours away. So I wanted to do my streaming tonight. What else is there going on? Just got a fresh update. I actually started a few minutes late because Steam was updating this game. I played the free Epic game this time, which is Lawnmower Simulator. And man, I'm sorry, but I just don't get that game. Like, mowing your lawn is... Oh. This is underwater. Oh my. Well, huh. Let's land here. Landing area not clear. Can we land here? Nope. Can we go in the water? Nope. So we've got this Stargate looking thing. Which we just rammed into and could not successfully land on. Yeah, whatever. I'll accept it. I don't know what this is going to do, but yeah. Maybe this is somebody who's playing. Okay. So we found a spot that we can land. On this freezing cold frost planet. Okay. Where's our rendezvous point? Okay. Something here, but I do not know what this is. Our oxygen is okay. There's our ship. Where's this rendezvous? I can't tell if we're above the water. Well, now we are. So what's this? Looks like we got some candle kelp sacks. We got an armored clam, which we need to kill. Okay. Let's go back up. Oxygen supply replenished. Incoming blizzard. I wonder if the blizzard affects anything from underwater. No, it seems to be in this direction, whatever it is. Okay, let's see if we can finalize the signal. Rendezvous point located. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Let's get out of here. Wow, we're deep underwater. We want to breathe. Okay, so far so good. So 90 AU, it shouldn't be that deep. Rendezvous 2 reached. Woohoo! Looks like we're cold. Let's recharge this. So we have this guy. Don't know what this is. Some kind of a submarine thing. Some cases. Looks like a little digging's been done here. Ooh, we got a safe. Acid, okay. We've got some kind of a beacon here. Oxygen level's critical. Let's just go straight up. Full power rocket. And then let's put in some oxygen so that way we're plenty good. So I don't know what this acid is going to do, but it probably will do something useful. Oxygen. Oh, it's still blizzard. Yeah. Where's our ship? There's a bunch of armored clams. I guess we'll scan for the fishies. Ooh, there's a big giant structure of some kind over here. What is this thing? Just tell the person who's trying to talk me up where my freighter is. So we're a long ways away, but this thing is interesting looking. Let's take a peek over here. I don't see any way to get in. Jeez, it's getting cold out there. Let's go down to the bottom and see if there's any way to get into this thing. This is just a freighter. It is not the freighter, meaning mine. Seriously, seeing a freighter on the ground like this is kind of strange. Got a weird critter crawling on here. That's interesting. Ooh. Okay, the storm's clearing. There's something to do with the freighter here. Cargo pod. How far away is that? 149. Okay. Hang on. Turning on the visiting freighter. That may be an easy way to do things. Now, what do we have here? Cargo pod. So we do have something. This is another one of those big ships like we found at the last rendezvous point. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Almost looks like there's a pool of water underneath the water. Come on, where's the entrance to this? There we go. We got a whole bunch of credits, which doesn't matter too much. We do need to get our cold protection up. Got another one over here. Oxygen levels are critical. It's probably not gonna matter if we do this. So let's go up. Use all of our jet to get up as quickly as we can. Okay, going back down. Is this the one that we tagged? Yes. And it looks like it's dug out. Interesting. All right. Well, we need some powder. Starship launch fuel. So, okay. Did we need more oxygen? Let's jump up just to make sure we don't die. Come on. Okay, oxygen levels are increased. Well, hello there. You can see where I'm at. Greetings. Okay. Doesn't look like I can get into. I'm not sure I can. So we're going to go back, I think, to the freighter. Let's just see if there's anything interesting in this area. Another freaking blizzard. Oh, come on. The Stargate thing I kind of want to explore too. There's some interesting stuff here. We got one of these. Looks like underwater birds. Is there anything of note down here? Some minerals. Chlorine and okay. That's interesting. Let's just go. Let's go back to our ship. Okay. We okay, we are in space. So let's go back to our freighter. It's probably going to take a little while, but this is fine. Actually, we want to go to his freighter. So let's change course a little bit. That looks like we're right on the course. Land on the derelict freighter. What derelict freighter? Is that this thing? There we go. Still not letting me target this freighter, which is curious. So let's just go straight towards this. Okay. How far away is this freighter? Still seems to be a ways away, so we'll pulse. Whoa, it wasn't that far away. Okay. We have this blue freighter. What are you? Like, what is this? There's nothing here. It's just a beacon of some kind? I'm confused. I'm very, very confused. Well, let's go back to our freighter then. Actually, we don't want to go to our capital ship. We want to... Well, we do, but we want to go to Blasteroid's ship, which is where? There's a freighter here that has no tag. Huh. And then I'm looking at the blue arrow. Wait, there's this thing, which is what? My capital ship. And I see Blasteris, who is going where? Going somewhere. I don't know where. Let me just go to mine. And then maybe he can find it after. I don't know. So let's go. Whoops, I guess we're not quite there. What's going on? Come on. Oh. What is going on? All right, anywho, let's get going. It's weird to be having to actually chat, but that's the joy of a multiplayer game, right? We don't want to go that way. So let's put another block here, because what we need is this orbital exocraft materializer. So we need the ionized cobalt, however we get that, which we obviously don't have at the moment. Okay. Let's collect this reward. Teleport chamber. We need more antimatter and an amino chamber. What is an amino chamber? Can we build one of these amino chambers? Frigate fuel. No, we cannot. All right. That's nice. Okay, documented the plans, which I'm sure we've got that reward. Yeah. Analyze 15 minerals. We have this guy, creature pellets, supreme scanning system upgrade, and a lot of facium, which we'll just dump it. Well, hello there. This is not creepy at all. Hey there. So we're going to go visit Blastoise's freighter here. Okay, so we need to dismiss this. So let's see here. Freighter. Oh, that's how you can summon dismiss freighter. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we visit another freighter. Let's jump out. Let's go see what this fancy freighter is like. Probably looks an extreme amount like ours. This thing, there are some advantages. Let's see if we can bribe the captain and... Oh, we can't see the captain to bribe him. Oh no. It looks like we're locked out of the systems. All right. Okay. So let me, now that we've done the visiting freighter thing, we got to get into our ship. Okay. Let's see here. There's some kind of a threat detected. Let's summon our starship back. Our freighter. And then we need to figure out how to get this ionized cobalt. So we're just going to come into here. I have no idea how we're going to build the ionized cobalt, but we'll figure it out. So before we do anything, let's collect this reward. Atlas Pass set, a bunch of units, and a portal glyph set. I mean, that sounds like some really nice stuff. Let's make sure we got plenty of room for it. Pudgium, we can transfer you to the freighter. We got a lot of navigation data. Silicate powder we'll need. The uranium we don't need. Living pearl we will be selling probably. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Let's collect our reward. Hey! Drop pod navigation, that will be fun. How does this card set work? Oh, we had some of that already, so we can stick that on our suit. And then we'll stick, I don't know, the oxygen. No, the oxygen we should have easy access to. Let's stick the dihydrogen here. We do need another antimatter, which I think we had some. Magnetic resonator. I mean, we got a bunch of junk. The repair kits unfortunately won't do what we need. Creature pellets. All right. Oh, the Atlas passes came into the freighter for some reason. Interesting. I did not expect that. Then storage? No. Okay. So we'll keep the passes with us. Let's extract these components. And Sentinel boundary map. Nearby Sentinel pyramids. Those could be fun. All right. It's too bad we can't put the Atlas passes elsewhere, but we have them. So let's go visit a space station. New expedition reward gold-like sand complete. What's that? Earn a bunch of credits. Quicksilver, some inventory. Okay. Hopeless remains. All right. Let's go to our station here. Boy, we do not seem to be able to drive straight. It's a good thing this is not a sobriety test. We would probably fail. Is this not the entrance side? No, it's funny. I almost always hit the entrance side, but not this time. Nope, it is the entrance side. How about that? Whee! So I'm guessing for ionized cobalt, we're going to need cobalt. And then we'll have to find a planet that has it. or buy some. So what's this terrifying sample thing that we have? Is that our freighter? Hopeless. We can sell it. Maybe we'll have to do that. Anyways, we're going to sell the pearl at the very least. Crystal sulfide, yeah. This acid from mordite and fungal mold. I don't know, we'll sell it. I think we're going to keep the... Well... Yeah, we'll sell the mordite. We'll sell the pearl. Okay, can we buy cobalt? Please, please, please. Cobalt, we can. Let's just buy all of it. Cool. So we got some people. Hey man, want to talk? Gex Servant told me you were coming. Oh. Great Sentinel Hunt. We don't have this. Now, wait. We have all of the Atlas passes. So while we have those, let's go visit the secret V3 room that's here. Because I've always wanted to see what that is. It should be over here. What do we got here? This is like the exclusive club. We got an encyclopedia. Gura. We've got some plants we can't steal anything from, and I mean, it looks cool, but there's nothing here. Well, that's disappointing. It's still a secret room, I suppose. So we have the cobalt. Let's just warp to our freighter, and then we're going to see what we can do to ionize it. Maybe all we have to do is to cook it. Maybe there's something else to it. I don't know. Okay. Just to our freighter. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let's go merchant. We're going to go find our refiner. Who are you? Ooh, a defender. Feed vessel, 250 hermetic seals. Digest in... What the? Interesting. I don't think I get that. You feed the vessel hermetic seals. All right, let's see here. Put in cobalt. Ionized cobalt. Thank goodness. So we're going to get all of that we can. And let's transfer you to our starship. So the freighter, we actually can't keep this full. Sample we're going to take with us. And I don't know, do we sell it? Maybe. It sounds pretty scary. It's worth a lot. We already have pellets, so let's make sure. We got this guy. Yep. So what we need is a double cultivation chamber, a teleport chamber, and deploy a submarine. And we need this exocraft thing. Okay. Let's put in, I don't know, rust. Where to build? Let's build here. Warp cell. Okay. 3 warp cells. Well, for that we're going to need antimatter, and we need antimatter housing. Yeah. So we can build a couple of these. And then somewhere we have some antimatter. We're missing components, okay. But we can build the 3 warp cells. So let's build right here. Oh, fudge. How do we get in there? Haha. We can build the double drop chamber protocol here. Okay. So this gets us some carbon, which we already have been able to collect. And then we have our exocraft thing. Somehow we get a submarine from this. I don't know how this works. Maybe we need plans. Let's see. Collect the reward. Submarine docking bay. Cool. Oh, crystal sulfide. We had some of that, and we need a bunch of salt. That's fine. Romer Geo Bay. Exocraft Specialist Room. Entire room comes with functional units pre-assembled. Well, maybe. Okay, let's take you, and then we're going to put in some copper. Because it seems like we need a lot more of that chromium. Okay. We have one other reward too, which is this guy. Collection of plantable seeds. Biological room, nutrition room, and a bunch of seeds. So let's build nutrition room, sure. Right here. And then we're also going to build a biological room expansion right here. So we got a bunch of stuff in here. Nutrient processor. Now we can put in, is this like the cooking thing? Wild yeast and wheat. And I don't know, impulse beans? No? Huh. I would have assumed that, well, let's see what happens when we do just wheat. Refined flour. Okay, that's good. So we can get a lot of carbon for free now. Plantable seeds. Can we plant these seeds somehow? Did they actually come in the freighter? No, they're just... It's a thing we built. We can just build plants. Let's plant... I don't know, frostwort? Oh, we need stuff to build these. Gamma root, solar vine. Well, we can build godroot plant. Cannot plant outdoors. Invalid biome. We can plant it right there. And then we plant... Let's just plant a couple of these. Okay. Then we can plant Gravitino host. We will be able to plant those. And we can get Gravitinos without having to deal with the... Oh, this is cool. So now we have flour and we have yeast. So if we put wild yeast in, we can get dough. Hey, hey. And then I bet you we refine the dough into bread. So we got all this chromatic metal. So let's put in... It's so funny that that's what oxygen does. Let's go with ferrite dust. Sure. So we have this dough, and then it just, oh, you cook it again and it becomes bread. So cool. All right. What other plant? The Gravitino. Yes. Go. And let's see. Mordite root. We need mordite. Cactus flesh. Nip nips we can get. How much is this bread worth? It's worth a lot. Can we put in like impulse beans maybe, or well, what happens with just the impulse beans? Bittersweet cocoa. Oh, this could be fun, but I don't think we're going to muck around too much with it. But man, is it tempting to. Okay. So we need Exocraft Specialist Room. We're going to build that here. Oh, that's probably so we can hire an exocraft specialist. Okay. These are cool. Basic stuff. Teleport chamber. Yes, we want you. What's this? And we can put up some posters. Let's put a poster up just to add a little bit of cheer to this place. Cool. All right. Anywho, we have this bittersweet cocoa, which we can mix with, I don't know, bread? No. I could do some more wild yeast. Well, anyways. We need one of these things underwater, so we may have to go back to the planet that we were just on. So deploy a submarine and construct a teleport chamber. Can we do the teleport chamber now? Antimatter we're going to need, and the amino chamber. How do you build an... What's an amino chamber? Is that a reward? No. Is it something we built? Well, paraffin and indium. Okay. And this is the frost ward. Okay. I really want that teleport chamber. Really do. Oh, 3 antimatter. So that's one of the ingredients. Then what's the other one for the teleport? Amino chamber. Okay. Can we build that? None of these. Hermetic seal. No. What would an amino chamber be other than this? Do not know. Stick this on the... Well, the freighter needs to have space, so we'll stick it in the storage. Yeah, there's plenty of space in the storage. Good. Salvage data is worth a lot. The matter beam we can actually fix. Should we? Send and receive products and substances to an exosuit over a long distance. Yeah, I think that will be good. So I guess this means that we can get whatever is in the freighter from a long ways away. Cool. Stick the tritium on the starship. Okay. I think we're doing pretty decent. Anything else? Sentinel boundary we'll take with us. The chromium, the I know it's cobalt. We'll stick that on the starship. bread we're going to sell. I think we're going to sell this probably. It's hard to know. Okay. So we're looking for the amino chamber. Let's go to the starship for that. I think we're going to need a lot of salt too. So we need to go back to a planet with water. High Sentinel is not horrible. There's our freighter. We're looking for the starship. Okay. I guess we'll just fly her in manually. Cool. We'll have this done in no time flat. Just checking to see if there's any news on my wife coming home. Don't see anything yet, but we'll see. Let's just keep walking. Okay. Do they have that carbon nanotubes, hydraulic wiring? No. The amino thingamajigger. What are we gonna do? Well, do they have salt by chance? No. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to. Well, let's sell. Not the freighter. Oh, we can even sell freighter stuff here. Wow. Sell the bread. Hopeless remains. I think we're going to find something to do with that. Can we warp to anything in this system? Current system, expedition portal. That sounds fun. Frenzied. Okay. Sub-Zero planet. Let's try this one. Cool, this one worked. We are getting very sleepies. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So we got a safe beacon that's fairly close, some armored clams, cargo pods. This is exactly the spot that we were looking for. Good. Kelp sack. Crystal sulfide, that was something I needed that for. This seems dangerous, but we're going to try it anyways. Ooh, dear. Okay. Let's get out of here. It's probably enough crystal sulfide for a little while. What was the crystal sulfide? There was something we could use it for. I remember. Let's keep seeing what we can get from here. Like a plant or something. The submarine thing we might be able to build here. Okay, so generally speaking, get away from these things when they're about to blow up. I don't see anything else here. Chlorine is not what we're looking for. This guy does have something. Oxygen levels critical. We'll take these. Okay. And then let's get out of here. Full speed. Straight up. Apparently we did not breathe enough. This is fine. Cool. Now let's see if we can build one of these submarine base thingies. Do we actually have to build? Okay. So we need crystal sulfide, which we have. Metal plates, that's easy, and salt. So where are we going to get salt? Submerged relic. Obviously not here. Any of these things have salt. Salt and sodium. So we'll just keep blasting these guys until they tell us we need to go up for air. Or we run out of them. I don't think we're going to run out of them. Uh-oh. What was that thing? Like jellyfish of some kind? Okay. I don't think they liked me doing that. Okay, let's see here. We need 5 metal plates. That's easy. Except for we have no ferrite dust. Huh. Do we have any in our ship? We have pure ferrite. Do we really not have ferrite dust? Wow. All right. Let's fix that. Sodium up. So ferrite should be fairly easy. Ooh, there's a storm going on outside. Yeah. We're going to stay warm. Hmm. $28 AU. But we can't get to it. That must mean you go through here. So this is one of those same size of starships. Okay. Where's the thing? Okay, well, let's just... Oxygen level's critical. We better get up. We'll be able to come back in a little bit quicker next time. A little bit longer. Get fully breathed up. Make sure we got a cargo pod targeted, and then we're going to start making our way back down. I can't believe we actually used all of our ferrite. That's so funny. Scrap materials. So what was the scrap materials then? Just credits. Okay. Got one there. We got one over here. Actually, let's take the one that's a little closer. This also looks like it's dug out. Yep. Got some acid. Let's zoom up. Whee! Okay, we'll load back up. Let's see, where's the other one? Another cargo pod. Surely this is only counting ones that we haven't opened yet. Surely. We really need this submarine though. So... no edit permission here. That's curious that it's saying that here. Well, I'm sure we can get to it. Maybe I don't want to G there. Okay. I'm just like, I don't see how to get out of here. Oh, come on. Get freaking out. This is kind of stupid. What can I do? It just won't let me freaking get out of here. Can we... I don't think we're going to be able to summon vehicle. That is really annoying. We had some good stuff too. Oh well. It's fine. So we're going to need... I don't think I want to get... Oh, the grave. We can go to it. Cool. Maybe it'll have our stuff. You can go into the ship here. Oh, nice. I'm really... Return to death location to recover items. Dying made damage, installed tech. Okay. I don't know why I haven't been seeing the grave. You don't even have to get under it. Why? Something weird was going on there. Can we talk to you? Well, let's first visit our grave. Okay. We'll have to see if we can fix any of that stuff. But that's fine. Oxygen levels are critical. Let's get out of here. Ooh, we're still deep. I don't think we're going to do that level of deep diving until we have our submarine. Let's see. Did our stuff get damaged? No. Exosuit tech. Nope. We got lucky. Cool. Alluring specimen. Yeah, we're not going to fall for that trap. I don't care about the armored clams. Get some pearls. What we need is land. I think that light is interesting. I mean, there's everything about this is interesting. But think what we need to do is to go to our ship and to just take off and find somewhere that has some land. So where's our ship? Should be on the horizon here somewhere. There it is. The red light there was pretty cool. It's cold, but it's definitely not as cold as it is for the storm. Submerged relic sounds really neat. I think we're going to try to find this one last thing. Ooh, what do you have here? Huddle core. Don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Oh, unidentified minerals. We have minerals here. Nice. Probably not nearly enough, but... Okay, so we're going to get warmed up a little bit. Did we get enough ferrite to do anything interesting? Nope. So we're going to go ahead and take off. So we're just looking for land. Okay. Sure. Let's go check this place out. 2, 1, 0, bam. So if there's a base, there's probably some decent stuff around. That's the hope. Let's fly below the clouds. Okay, there's some land. Woo! Let's go towards the base, actually. Too high to initiate landing. Let's just land somewhere here. It doesn't matter. Okay. So we'll definitely take the dihydride, but we're mostly trying to get a whole bunch of iron. Or ferrite dust. Oxide. That's handy. So we'll be able to recharge our... I mean, we have so much oxygen, it doesn't really matter. Mostly analyzing this out of good practice. Some salts, I don't think it'll hurt anything. I recall something about... Oh, we did need salt, but we have enough at this point in time. Okay. Yep, we need 5 metal plates, which we should have plenty for. So now all we need is some water to build ourselves a submarine chamber. We got some crystal sulfide here. Wonder if we can scan it. Okay, let's build it. Really don't want it that low underwater. Like here. Fine, we'll do that. We got that achievement unlocked. Oh, that's an actual achievement. Navigators, cool. And so we have our little exocraft. This is what an exocraft is. We're not in that deep of water. So let's drop out of here. We can identify the plants. Radon. Anything else particularly interesting? I mean, not really. So, okay, we have a whole bunch of storage. Charged with hydrothermic fuel cell. Which I don't know how we would get those, so... Alright. There's our ship. It seems like we're kind of landlocked. I wonder if we can summon this, though, in other places. Probably. Can we build... So we can build a beam? We can do mining. We can do a cannon. We need a bunch of pearls if we're going to do this. And high power sonar. Huh. We could almost do that. So we're going to have to get some pearls. Okay. That should be enough for our sensor. So we don't have an actual technology thing. So let's see. High-powered sonar. Oh, we need dust. Yeah. And then we have enough. We need some crystal sulfide and some chlorine. chlorine and dihydrate. Gladly will harvest some of this. These things take forever, but I mean, that's a good sign, right? What the? Those squid things do not like me. Trying to keep an eye out for critters. Weapon charge depleted. Okay. First thing, let's recharge our weapon. Second thing, can we build anything? Nope. Almost enough chlorine to do that, but we need a lot more pearls. And we need crystal sulfide. Ooh, we killed the fishy. Maybe that's why the glowy guys are upset at us. We didn't mean to kill the fishy. Fishy got in the way of our beam. You just don't go swimming in the beams. Okay. Keep going. I think 2 more will be enough to do all of the stuff that we want to do. And then we'll need more pearls and we'll need more of those crystals. Ship is a long ways. Submerged relic. We got some more clams around. Where the frick is our ship? Not there. Not that. Not Frosttown. Where is it? Fine, let's go up and get our air. And then let's find our ship and go there. There it is. No, that's crystal sulfide, but we'll take it anyways. We just need a couple more crystals of crystal sulfide. Back away. There is our ship. Sometimes you just have to get a little ways away. Oh, it surfaced. Well, that's interesting. I didn't want it to do that. I thought I had a scanner. We need more dust for that. So we can build a miner. I suppose we could build this even though we only have the solar mirror. That's fine. So we can do stuff now, like I guess just blast stuff. We'll need some more chlorine, though. Forgot to check out the inventory. Where the frick did you go? Okay. That's one way to deal with that. I'm sure that's fine. Sure, nothing bad will happen from killing the glowy thing that attacked me. Okay, what do we get from killing stuff? Nothing interesting. All right. Crystal sulfide, can we tag you? That's already probably tagged. Armored clam. Let's go to the armored clam. What the frick? Okay. Go ahead and mine this. Get a little bit more chlorine, and then it looks like these rocks will probably... the salt and sodium. Well, that's too bad. We need some ferrite. Okay, get it. Let's get in our ship, and then we're going to fight back. Oh, we don't see anything. Okay. That's fine. Cool. Another pearl. Is it enough? We only have 3 pearls. That's too bad. Take a long time to get all of the pearls. So I think we're just gonna bail. Let's go back to the starship. I'm sure there's lots of interesting things. Actually, it's not even the starship we want to do, it's the base. So the teleport chamber... Well, we need more ferrite dust. So we definitely don't have enough of this stuff. Any metal plates, we'd have to buy them. How embarrassing would that be? Oops. There's some stuff we have not analyzed. So we'll get some salt from it. Good. So one thing, can I just summon vehicle? Okay, I can just summon my exocraft wherever it's needed. Good. That may prove helpful. Armored clam. Still heading in the direction of our starship, so this is fine. Wasn't there someone's base around here somewhere? Buried tech module, silver. Let's just get the clams that are by. How does the summoning work? Does it cost anything? Probably fuel. We are fairly low on fuel. Can we build fuel now? Doesn't look like it. Can we get the recipe for this? Supreme Submarine Drive upgrade. Aquatic treasure. Okay. Captures energy by exploding slowly. Allow slow recharge in the event of fuel emergencies. Cool. I wonder if this is how we fuel. So we can modify its paint job. That's nice. We can summon it to here. And is it just going to recharge while it's here? No. Okay. So if we put this generator in, we need more chromatic metal, but that's fine. Okay. I mean, it's slowly going to run out of fuel, and there's not really a whole lot that we can do to stop it. It's really all there is to this. Okay. See if we can find the base that we were interested in here. Because there was something that we were heading towards. Ooh, crystals. Yes, please. Always seem to find a good use for these. I don't want to deal with a blizzard. So let's see if we can find this person's base and hope that they left something decent. Hazardous flora. We have some sodium, which we don't really need. Some new critters. We'll take those. Unknown building. It's probably too far to actually do anything useful, but We'll head in that direction anyways. Ooh, it's cold. Unknown building this way. Seems like we may be a little deeper than we're supposed to be. Wonder if there's a limit to how deeply and greedily you can dig in this game. It's not like Astroneer. Gosh, that's such a good game. I gotta play that again. I've seen a YouTuber that I follow play it recently, and Twitch, or also for that matter. And man, that's a good game. And it has changed a lot since I last played it, so it may actually be interesting to give it a go. I haven't played it for like 3 years. I played it in 2019. Pre-pandemic, man, it's practically another lifetime ago. Hopefully this is something interesting. Now, the teleport chamber, actually, this is a good way to try to do something interesting to achieve it. Because we need something that we don't know how to get. Does our freighter have... Got a geode. Okay. What was this deep thing? Where is that building? Unknown building, still 100 units away. We can make a run for it this distance. Assuming we can find the entrance, then we shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. Ooh. I feel warmer already. Getting some nanites are always nice. So what is this? Got damaged machines, so this will be some slime. All right. Got some specimen of some kind. Nothing too terribly interesting. This looks like some kind of a transmission tower. There is a bunch of critters on the other side of this. Let's go scan these guys real quick. Can't even see what they're like. That's okay. Let's put some life support in. Guess there's some sort of a comm tower. Take this. Wonder if we're the first people here. We discovered. Hey, how about that? We'll take the rest of the metal because we are still low. So I don't know what this is. It's kind of interesting, but we don't seem to be able to get up it. All right. Ooh, it's a roly-poly. What does this say this is? Just a shelter. Okay. I guess we'll head in the general direction of our ship and try to get some stuff along the way. So we need to get... I don't even know what it is. The pure... It's the like genetic material of some kind. What's this? Look out. Oh, so that's the base that we were aiming for. We didn't do a very good job, did we? While we're here, let's read Sentinel Boundary Map. Sentinel Nest revealed. It's actually not that far away. Still further than I would want to walk, but not too bad. Not farther than I would walk if I had to. But, you know, that's an hour. I mean, it's 25 minutes, which would translate to over an hour. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Damaged machine. Sure, we'll take you. Ooh, nice crystal. It's a sentinel. Do we want to blast the sentinel? Oh, it's a buried tech module. Oh, it's a buried tech module that's not buried. Okay. Those are always fun. Frozen tubers. That sounds like something we can make some sort of fun food out of. Okay. Got a new plant. It's a fun looking plant. Oh, these guys we haven't seen before. They look... I don't know. They look kind of awkward. 8 of 10. Sulfine. I'll take that. Another freaking storm. Okay. It's a knowledge stone. I don't think we care that much. I'm looking for the thing that we set, but that's fine. Yep, Sentinel Pillar. Oh, the pillars are not bad. They're fun because you can deactivate them and you can get the effects of killing a bunch of sentinels without... You can get the benefits without actually the risks. There's some risks. We would need a bolt gun, though, probably. Can we put one of those on our Exo multi-tool? We do have a bolt caster. We just need some carbon Wait. Okay. We got the G now. So we're going to stay close. Because of the temperature, if nothing else. Wow, that's really close. So these guys are after me. See if there's anything we can do in our ship before we go. Let's fill up our life support. I think we should stick some stuff in other spots so we have plenty of space. So that's right. We got to blast these pillar control nodes. We got some nice stuff from there. Ooh, dear. Harvestable. So we got 3. Okay. What the blazes is that? Show how worried I am about this mission. Okay, warning, boundary node exposed. Vulnerable. Access the logs. Override code. Arena RERPPES Sentinel. Once we had no need for visual manifestation. Okay, no thoughts and dreams. Return to main controls. And then let's extract weapon tech. Actually decline. I'm fine with mine. Boundary force exposed. Shut down. Wave poisoning initiated. Shutdown required. Boundary area exposed. Vulnerable. Let's look one more time at this. Well, let's compare. So we have more space. We have the visor, mining beam. This has the essentials, but it doesn't have the fun stuff. We'll decline. Short term. Log out. So they are all disabled. Let's see if we can find their goodies. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's warm up for a sec. It's pretty nasty out there. Well, that's good. So I don't know what we actually got. I mean, 3 things of salvage glass. It's not bad. But it seems like we actually did not get any of the credit for the other stuff. That's fine. We get the discovery credit here too. Coolies. So those are the pillars we destroyed. I mean, it's not bad, but okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Drop pod coordinates. We'd have to put these into a signal booster, which we could build. Bear dust and salt. Oh, there is some glowies. Good. Salvage glass. Nice. Okay. Multi-tool recharging. And let's go ahead and recharge this guy while we're at it. We got another one. Hard frame engine. That sounds really neat. And I don't think I see any other glowies around. So, on that note, I think we are going to go someplace else. Where should we go? We could do some of the drops around here, but meh. Oh, we need some more launcher fuel. Nice. I think we're going to go back to our station. That seems like a good idea. And we're going to exchange for some nav maps, and then we're just going to explore whatever the closest planet is there. So we're going to go to the space station. Okay, that should be a minute. Nothing too much to worry about here. So we've almost completed phase 2. I think we'll have it. And the way that we're going, I think we've done some of the tasks for other stuff. Let's see here. Just trying to figure out where a city is. Some little town called Blue Sky. Sounds like such a creative name. It looks like it is. No. Let me just do this real quick. Corinth. Okay. Mississippi. So that gives me another hour or so. Probably less. Okay. Coolies. So what are we doing? We want one of these amino acid thingies. Well, okay. Let's exchange some maps then, which is this station. Got some exchange specific charts. We're going to go with, we want commercial. I'm going to take 2 commercials and then the rest secrets. So we're going to warp to one of the bases in this station, one of those things in this system. Expedition 8 portal. This would be real nice. Can't go here. Rendezvous 2. Dismal Outpost, sure. That sounds cool. Hey, we did it. Oh, it's another freezing day. Oh, this is on top of that ring. Okay, let's summon our exocraft. And once we get here, then we can do some fun stuff, hopefully. Okay. We've got a cargo pod here. So we're going to head towards this. I think we'll have to not dig. Another Starship launch fuel. Excellent. Anything else worth doing in this area? We could take some more pearls. The red ice seems fun. Waterlogged aquarium gem. Well, this is valuable. Minor settlement detected. That's what we're looking for. How far away are you? 15 hours. That's a ship flight. Okay. Just trying to decide if there's anything else worth it. It does seem to reset every time we come back here, which is kind of interesting. What is that? I think we're going to go in that direction because I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the minor settlement. Yeah. Okay. Let's go find our ship then. Our ship is on top of the ring. Oh, man. Let's fly through the Stargate. Is there anything here? Not really. It looks cool, though. Okay. Perfectly content to leave my sub here. Okay. Actually, before we do this, let's save beacon. Where's that minor settlement? We're already kind of taken off, but one hour. Clearly, this is a jump up and over. Almost out of the atmosphere. I'm hoping that at the base they will have the amino acid thing. Oh dear. Okay. We're gonna pulse. We'll take you little neener pofiner. Okay. Get you. Gotcha. Little booger. Where's Little Booger 2? The sequel. Okay, looking good. Okay, better. Gotcha. Easy peasy. Mouse does not seem to want to work right. Okay. Now, where are we going? We are going to the settlement, which is over here. Okay. I heard that. I was like, what's firing at me? But there's no big deal. Okay. Frosttown sounds like fun. There's a shelter here. Okay. There we go. We're going to crash right through that, and it doesn't matter. Well, hello here, world. This is a little fancier than I thought it would be. So this is one of the fancier ones we've seen. Technology merchant. Many components. This is what I was hoping for. Purchase components. Please, amino chamber. For crying out loud. Another Sentinel boundary map. Sure, we're going to read this. We'll have to clear up some stuff, though. Oh, it's not even that far. Ooh. That's the ways. Artifact exchange vault. Yes, this is what we want to do. Okay. Really? None of those things count. Well, we're going to sell them, I guess. I was hoping that one of those would be a biological or a sample of interest. Ah. So purchase components. So we're going to first sell Hopeless Remain, the gem, the engine, maybe, the acid, sure. Pearls will keep. Suspicious tech. Okay. Suspicious hyperdrive module. Well, sure. Maybe. We still don't have really enough slots free, so what else should we sell? Starship shield module. Okay. That would be decent. Oh, another freaking storm. Guess we'll sell the engine. Purchase components. So we're going to buy that. We're going to sell the huddle core and the hard frame engine. Can we buy any blueprints of interest? Not really. Can't do anything with the artifact exchange vault. Local information repository, we don't care. Get a few more words, I guess. Just want some speaking. What do we learn? Warrior. That sounds like a good word to know for these guys. Ah. Request dialogue help. Friendship. Power. A lot of words we don't know. Mystery. Interloper. Request dialogue help. Mystery. You. We do need to know some words so we can access the vault. So this isn't a waste. Suspiciously, let's get a mystery. And we're getting some words. Something weapon. Request dialogue help. Mystery. Will. Are you something interloper? You are something I? That actually almost made sense. Viking. Herc. What the blazes is Herc? Oh, let's just practice some skills. Weapons. Bored. This subject's a little interested in them. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Somebody's attacking the planetary archives. Well, something is to Viking. Let's say weapon. Denied. Warrior. Granted. Good. Decrypt archive. A witness a recording of a young Viking warrior speaking with fighting pit. The bodies of fallen cowards, failed recruits, and other criminals at their feet. Fought for 50 days, given gas after each battle from the flesh circus during night, denied all rest. Brothers, we fight on a lie. We take blood across the universe for no more reason than the word of a dead coward. I have such friends now, such families. Sentinels are not our enemy. We just lack proper instruction. Shadow falls above the pit. Hundreds blades drop. Manifestation was another miracle of Herc. Okay. So, given that there's pirates, let's go help these guys out. We're not going to trade because we don't need to. Where's our ship? Dude, which way's the ship? It's too easy to lose the ship. Seriously. Where the blade? There it is. What's this guy doing? Gra gra gra. Something gra. Request help. Mystery. 4. Okay. Let's do this thing. 4 hostile ships. Oh dear. This is probably going to be rough. Good. 1 down. 3 to go. Lock on. And bam. Easy peasy. Out of range. So it's just 2 more that seem to be fleeing. Maybe not. Let's hit the other one that's a little closer that's still attacking me. Okay. Come on. Bam. I took 3 of them out. 3 of the 4. And let's take 4 for 4. Shall we? Get you almost there. Bam. Woohoo! We got them. Good. Let's put this in the freighter. Done with the pure. Well, okay, fine. And they gave us a lot of credits. Okay, don't think we're gonna go to just the shelter. We're not going to the minor settlement because we don't need to. What we want to do is to go to that sentinel thing. Can't tell how far away it is, but I'm sure it's a ways. Oh. Cool, it's taking me right here. Beautiful. So after this, we'll go construct our teleportation chamber and then start looking at phase 3. Okay. Same mission as last. Oh, this is... We've already been here. Frick. Whatever. Right? Yeah. This is fine. Launch thruster 50%. So let's just get straight out of here. At least it's high altitude, so it doesn't take us too long to get up. And then we're going to head to our starship. Our freighter, I mean. Just by the station. It's a freighter that's not ours. All right. Object of interest. What is this object of interest? Roaming trader. It's probably this guy. I don't think we care. So we may as well go on to the space station. I don't know that there's much that we'll do there, but it won't hurt. Or we'll choose our freighter. Yeah, we'll choose our freighter. Build the teleport chamber so that way we can finally warp from the freighter. That's going to be so nice. E to tag the freighter. So now we're going after it. We don't know. Okay, begin docking approach. Cool. Initiating docking, and let's get in here. Whee! Okay, let's go here. I want the teleport chamber right here. Wait, this isn't my freighter? Oh, for crying out loud. I did it again. Always freaking do this. It's fine. Want to go to my freighter, which is not showing up. So next best thing is to go to the space station, which is not very far away. Should have just done this in the first place. We will go through at 24. Lots of people landing with us, and that is fine. So I'm mostly just interested in our warp. I don't think we have any new nav maps, and I don't think I really care even if we did. So I think, yep, it's just a warp to our freighter. Okay. Still, want the teleport chamber somewhere very easy to get to. Can't do that. Can't do... Oh, we don't have the antimatter. That's fine. That's easy enough. What are we missing? Chromatic metal. Fudge. Oh, we probably don't have any anywhere, do we? Do we have any copper? Silver. Gold. Starship has oxygen, platinum. Let's recharge our oxygen, and then I'm going to send this to our storage container. Well, fudge. Okay, so we're going to have to go find some copper somewhere. Why do I have to park in the furthest spot away? Come on now. It's my freaking freighter. Why can't I take the best spot? Okay, let's see. Copper here, yes. Got some tritium. Platinum, that's fun. Pretty rare. Little gold. Okay. This would be 30 seconds. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Of course they are. All right. 3 ships, so that'll be fun. Out of range. Okay. Go, go. Make everybody sick. Looks like my shields are probably down. Go. Okay. Let's see. Not quite. Go. Okay. Almost. Go. Boom. Woo. Okay, at least this time we got one. I think we got the worst one too. Because that guy had some fancy lasers. It was a little bit early, but that's fine. Let's just warp a little ways out of here and then take him. Okay. Dadgum. Not actually doing damage to anything but the shields. Okay, there we go. This is a nice lock. Seemed like there was another ship. I'd only seen 3 originally, but maybe there was a 4th? There's definitely something else that's firing. Okay. Yep, there's one more. And I don't have any more batteries, so I'm really hoping I can successfully intercept this last guy. Because otherwise it's not going to be too fun. Got him. Woo! Okay. Can we build Starship batteries? No. Huh. All right. Well, let's just go down to the surface of this planet. We'll have to find a lot of sodium, a ton of sodium. And then we'll have to figure things out from here. Is there anything interesting? The fact that there's looks like water on an arid planet is kind of interesting, but I don't think that's actually water. Still, I don't see anything of note. All right. So we're looking for sodium. That looks like a whole bunch of sodium. Whatever that is, that's cool. Oh, it's animals. And we need carbon. Unidentified plant. Got carbon. This is kind of a cool planet. Lots of critters. Lots and lots of stuff to scan. A lot of it's not too close. So we need copper. What is this? That must be a building a long ways away. We got some kind of big critter. Long ways away, but we can still scan it. Big mushroom looking thing. Don't know what this thing is. Lots of drops. Classic class plants. Minor settlement. It's off-world, isn't it? I see absolutely nothing mineable. Oh, there's some. So phosphorus, 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 copper. 1,000 clicks away. Jeez, that's a long ways. All right. That's a big critter. Another one of those hand-looking things. Is that my ship? Is It's like, what is that? Sentinel. I don't feel like antagonizing you right now. Got another hand blobby monster. Okay. Berry dust and salts. Pure ferrite. Don't think we need any more salt for a while. It's really just the copper. Another mineral. Mordite, that is something we needed. So we can gild the mordite plant. We haven't been harvesting our plants. We should do that. It's warm, but not hideous. That's right, we need a lot of sodium too. We'll have to do some scanning to see if we find any. I thought all of this glowy stuff might be sodium, but nope. Phosphorus. It seems like it's something we needed. Yeah, we'll take it. Carbon and oxygen, which we have a fair bit of both. Lots and lots of oxygen. Those are some interesting looking critters. Don't need a ton of carbon, but some will help. Pure ferrite. That's an interesting looking rock. How much mordite do we have? Where is it? There you go. 37. It's less than 50 that we needed. I don't remember the exact number to get one of the plants. So we'll harvest a few more of these rocks along the way. Guess ferrite dust we're still fairly low on too. So getting some ferrite would not be amiss. Or some phosphorus, I mean. While we're getting the ferrite dust. Yeah, these sentinels, they're annoying. Okay. Thought that planet was pizza, not pizzazz. Don't need carbon oxygen. Ooh, that's a funky looking plant. Yeah, we'll take you. Looks like we're going to have to do thermal protection soon, which... Oh my, we don't have any, do we? Ion battery needs cobalt, which we don't have any of. Okay, let's scan. Oh, fudge. Clearly, we're just gonna have to blast right through this mountain. Okay, we know that there's a couple of plants that are on the other side of this. There's one right here. We'll have to buy some Starship batteries, which will help to protect us from this. Okay. A lot of interesting animal life over this hill. So we're going to keep going in this direction, which I think is roughly the way. No, they're flying worm things. Okay. Well, there's two types of them. So one more animal type. Oh, that's right. You actually need to stick that in. Here's the ship, and the copper is where? Phosphorus. Magnetized ferrite. Oh, there it is. We get a little mortite. I'm sure we have plenty now. Phosphorus is probably better. Except for we're not doing anything with sentinels. I would love to blast you, but I don't really want to have to deal with the consequences of it. We got a first aid patch. Interesting. We're making progress. Buried tech module close to the copper. This game falls prey to one of the common tropes that drives me nuts with planets, with a lot of science fiction stuff. That you have like one planet that it's just everything. So shift, run. Okay. Cool. Almost there. Ooh, this is a big looking copper patch. Good. We need it. Oh, do we need a lot of copper? It's amazing how much easier it is to find gold and silver than copper in this game. And copper is, generally speaking, the more useful of them. Okay. Anything else? Well, how much did we get? Guy's keeping an eye on me. He doesn't quite trust me, but... that is probably my wife telling me that she's probably about home. So... let's see. We got 182. That was not as much copper as I would have liked. Let's see if we can get one more. Buried tech. Phosphorus. There's just nothing here. So we'd have to go explore a different part of the place, probably. Oh, we also need to find some more sodium. So let's see if we can do that. What on earth is this cave? Oh, there we go. We can see. Are these the... Well, we have cooking. Let's go ahead and harvest some of these mushrooms. An identified plant of some kind. Carbon and oxygen. We got the stalagmites and the stalactites. Hazardous flora. Now, cave hazardous flora sometimes has sodium in it. Cobalt. This will give us batteries. Which are another excellent way to do cool stuff. We can transfer you to something. You know what? We just have two of those. We'll drop you. So the cobalt we're going to change into batteries. Suddenly our heat problems are gone. I'm going to drop the 2 cobalt because I don't care now. We can easily survive whatever we got going on here. We don't even really need the sodium, although it wouldn't hurt. Red lights. They're just glowing red, no particular reason. All right. That was a helpful cave. Getting just that little bit of cobalt made all the difference in the world. Well, let's kill these guys because some of them have sodium, like this one. Inventory full. Yeah, okay. Let's recharge our multi-tool. and then drop the dust. Got the cave marrow. Excellent. Another sodium plant. Excellent. Need more sodium in case we happen to get trapped by space pirates. We're having a heck of a time navigating through this cave, but I'm okay because we are finding goodies and it's kind of fun. I mean, we could get out if we really wanted to, but yeah. Hang on. Okay. We have green, which is crystals. I thought blue was crystals, but we'll take it. Getting lots of crystals is good. Which way is the ship? We have some cubes. I mean, I don't think I really care that much. Sulfurine we can take. Is there anything we can dump to the starship? We have the 2 cobalt. Yeah, let's just dump that. Take the vortex cube. Okay. I'm tired of being in this cave. Let's just pick the direction and dig ourselves out. So we're going to look for our ship. Where are you, ship? Oh. Firestorm, huh? Well, ship is in that direction. We're going to keep going. Let's just dig straight towards it. Isn't that where a ship? There it is. That's a little bit further than I thought. Okay. There's another easy free up the space. Since it's a firestorm, we'll hold off for a little bit longer. Let's gather some cobalt and sulfine so we can make more good stuff. More batteries. Sulfurine, it seems like it was needed for a plant too. Carbon solarium. That was definitely on the hit list. What can we drop for that? Let's just use this. Observatory, those are fun. But those are, I mean, they have some really good artifacts, but I know Solarium was on the list. It's the eggs. Not all of the eggs. Just a few of the special ones. Well, that may not be enough Solarium. I can't tell the difference between the eggs types. Sodium, sweet. That's actually fairly close. We'll take the sulfurine too. Okay, the storm's gone. Let's one more and then let's get out of here. Cave's nice and all, but it's time to go. Excellent. You are a funny looking critter. Just pure carbon, okay. Whoa, that was cool. Okay, got some more Mordite. No, I'm gonna pass. I do kind of want to kill the thing, but I don't really have any inventory space. These are scary sounding groups. That's not one I care about. Do not need oxygen. I do not want oxygen. You're fine. You're a funny looking blob. Look at this thing. Just look at it. What are you? You've got like a dozen or so eyes going in every which direction. You are just a bluish blob. You're scared of me, obviously. I can't tell if you have a mouth because you keep running away from me. Like, what are you? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, he did not like that, but we can see our ship, so I'm okay. Oh, that was a hazardous plant. That's fine. There we go. Hopefully this is enough copper. I think it is. I don't think we needed a ton. If not, surely we'll be able to find some more. Your capital ship, tag E. Warp. Engage. Object of interest. Interloper something. I need that. I'm sorry. Like, I would love to do it, but that's literally needed. Wonder if I'm still being pulled in. Okay, there we go. There we go. That was... Hello. Okay. Of course, they want to trade the one thing that I absolutely cannot trade. Let's build the warp chamber here. We need some more antimatter. That should be fine. What component are we missing for antimatter? What do you need to build antimatter? Oh, there's some... Okay. We need chromatic metal. That's right. Duh. We can stick you there and then stick our copper here. Yes, we do have enough. Okay. Meanwhile, hello. We've got... This is our other plant chamber. This is our new fancy one. Oh, we need a hazmat gauntlet to harvest that. Well, clearly we're not doing another Gravitino host of Mordite. Yes. Absolutely. And then can we harvest you guys? I don't know. It's maybe just for looks. Okay. I don't know. Rusted metal. That's an easy one. Yeah, where was our warp chamber? Needs to be right here. We need that antimatter first. And now we should be able to build a teleport chamber. Yes. Right there. Oh, we can't do that. You know what? Can we do right here? No. Okay, fine. We'll do it there. Oh, thank goodness. High gravity freighter tail customization. So we have completed this. Construction specialist room plans, advanced mining laser plans. Cool. We could probably do that. We already have one of those. Cool. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Build a construction room specialist. Requires an overseer. I don't know what that will be for, but it sounds really cool. And I know I've been seeing a lot of stuff for that. Wait. Is that actually... Reward. High gravity freighter trail customization. Okay. So, what is next? We finished phase 2. Phase 3, we need to go to the third rendezvous point, no doubt. Recruit pilots. Construct a scanner room. We have to do some expeditions at Galactic Trade Room. I've almost shot down enough pirates to count. Cool. So then get some stuff, and then that won't be too bad. I think next time, phase 3 is going to be a little bit tricky. But let's go ahead and maybe we'll put a poster or something to remind me. Let's head towards the next waypoint. This must be... Okay, let's do this. We'll visit the space station here real quick. We will probably need to take our ship. The stars like dust achievement unlocked. Okay. Cool. So we have this thing, which is not a space station, right? Oh, it is a space station. That's quick enough. Let's tag it. Interesting music here. Cool. Now I want to see the secret room here. Mostly we're just here just to have another space station we can warp to if we so desire. Ooh, pretty. Still some carbon. I mean, it's pretty. That's about all I can say about it. Wait, one of these guys will probably be a construction overseer. Yeah. Hire technician. Okay, we'll become an interloper. Sure. What about you? Searching. Wants to expand his extraction. Good. Build an extra craft terminal. I think we've already done that. Let's get just a few words here. Kvorax. Synthetic. Okay. Friendship. Power. Guess power is an important thing for them. Request help. And we'll get friendship. Required. Anything worthy of buying? Not really. What about selling? The Mordite, I think I did everything that I was going to do with that. Yeah, we'll sell it. Marrow Bulb, we want to figure out what to do with that still. One more. The Convergence something. Quest dialogue help. Kvorax. Destiny, okay. Let's go back here and then we're going to warp to Expedition 3. Okay. Wow, this is a long ways away. That's fine. Probably going to run out of fuel, I imagine, here at some point in time. Okay. Since we're here, we're going to go find our construction terminal, which was a storage container here. You have so much to learn. So we home. Take this glass and accept our jelly. Accept the glass. We got a part. Cool. Okay. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for the Kvorax entity. Sure. How much do you need? Okay, I guess I don't have enough. That's too bad. Don't I? I have some. Do I not have any on me? Is that the clue? I don't know why I need this dirty bronze. Let me take that and I'll sell it somewhere. The station, probably. Sulfurine. I have some of that in my high capacity module. That's fine. Cargo. Storage. Is it Starship cargo? No. I do have chromatic metal. Oh, I don't have enough. He wants more. Well, okay, fine. The exocraft are this way. The design of the ship is less than optimal because I didn't really know what I was doing. What do you got? Greet them. Interloper do as promised. Build the geobay from the schematic, and my exocraft shall be yours. Okay. Romer geobay. Paraffin we're gonna need. All right. So we may as well scan to see if there's any planets that have paraffin. So we're gonna warp out, do our space station visit so we can get here without having to do as much. Okay, get to the space station. We'll clear some rocks for the space station out of the goodness of our heart. Good. We did not check stuff. Let's. We got the dirty bronze that we need to sell. And then I am going to drop off. We'll just get a couple of words from these guys. What is he? We don't have an agriculture terminal, sorry. Bunch of stuff we don't understand. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna quit here for now, other than I have to get back into my ship to do that. So I'm gonna get back into the ship and then leave and save, and we'll figure some stuff out later. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We will continue this next time. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care, guys.